Alright, man, YouTube, your boy is Zach. Shout out to everybody that's tapped into your boy. Yours and truly, D. Soon we back with another video. Make sure you guys tap in the other videos that I've dropped. Tell a friend. Share if you do want to share. And let's get it on and shaking. Hope you guys are doing well today. Or this evening, shall I say. So, as y'all can see in the title, we're going to speak about the time that I got scammed by a mechanic and I had to do something to him. Anywho, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to get right to it. So, I don't even know where to begin, man. So, okay, for those that don't know, I'm a Honda type of dude. I love Hondas. You can't go wrong with Hondas. All right, man, my fault, y'all. So, where do I begin? Okay, so for those that don't know, I think I did speak about it in my past videos about type of cars that I like. So me being a New Yorker by the way of a Jersey nigga, I'm into luxury shit. I like luxury cars, right? But at this time I had a Honda, right? Honda is, for those that don't know, Honda is considered foreign. Now, there's levels to stuff like this. You know, obviously got Hondas, BMWs, Audis. What else? I mean, Toyota's considered foreign too because it's technically out. It's not United States vehicles. So neither here nor there. So I had an issue with my vehicle, well, my whip. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like blowing like black air, black smoke or whatnot. Come to find out, it was something very minor, right? But at the time, I didn't know. So normally what I always do before I even make the initial move to look for a mechanic, I would, I would do my own research first to see, my fault. I would do my own research first to see if there's any, what's the word I'm looking for? If I see like any signs with my car, I'll Google it to see if there's any issues of the car that correlates with what's going on with my car, if that makes any sense. In other words, if I see like I said before, there was black smoke coming out of my car, I'll Google it, like what's the cause of this, causing of this car, and see if they kind of aligns with together. So now I'm in the South, right? Now it's not like I'm able to get up and go to any mechanic shop and have them fix my car. I like to do my research. I like to do my due diligence and make sure I get the most out of what I spend. Because at the end of the day, it's coming out of my bread. It's my investment. And I can't, not say that I can't, but I'm just not willing to just go to anybody and then they fuck up my shit. Because one thing about mechanics, car salesmen, plumbers, they all hustling. They all trying to get to that money. So they're going to do whatever it takes to make more money out of you. So they'll do, depending on the service, they might do minimal work so they can have you come back so they can make more money out of you, right? So I came across this mechanic. I happened to Google like a local mechanic, a mobile at that too, because now if I was back home in Jersey, I would have been Gucci. You know, I have my pops. My pops definitely got connects around where we at in Jersey. You know, shout out to D too. D got connects as well. So we're very inclined when it comes to having connects with mechanics, because you know that's where we're from. So we're able to maneuver and do what we do. But I'm not in Jersey. I'm not in New York. I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston. So I'm trying to figure out who I could finagle and see what's up with. So anywho, don't ask why, right? So I'll Google, that's what I wanted to say. The reason why I would pick a mobile mechanic outside of going to a mechanic shop, because mechanic shops, I'm not too familiar with, one sec. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, with mechanic shops, I'm not familiar with mechanic shops out here. Now, again, mobile mechanics as opposed to going to a mobile, I said mobile, mechanic shops versus mobile mechanics, you'll get a bang for your buck. And on top of that too, I have no way getting my car to the shop because I didn't. I think my AAA at the time, my AAA membership was done. So anywho, so what I did was I Googled like local mobile mechanics near where I was at, my area. So I normally do like a top five. I'll see the first five mobile mechanics that are that are in the search bar. I'll do a light research and make my phone calls, ask them certain questions, tell them what's the issue with the vehicle, get a quote, and then go from there. So the guy that I spoke with, we'll call him Craig, right? So I'll call Craig. Craig happened to pick up the phone. We spoke, we chop it up. He tells me that he's gonna pull up on me tomorrow. So I ended up getting the car. I did have AAA, like I said. I ended up getting my vehicle, my whip, dropped off or towed to where I stay at. So he comes the following day. Now, this nigga, now granted, this is where I fucked up at. I normally do my research prior to, like, I'll do hard research. So he gave me a good price. I needed the car. I needed the car back on the road as soon as possible. So at this point, for me, it just really came down to the right quote and the essence, the emergency of getting the car back up and running and getting back on the road to handle my business and do what I do. So out of all the mechanics that I spoke to, I did mention 5. I believe he was the only one that actually reached out and gave me a good price and was consistent. And I work with who work with me. So if you're about what you present yourself, I'm gonna work with you because I already understand the come up, the independency, the grind, especially when you're looking to be quote unquote self-made. You know, my shit keep getting cut off. So yeah, so again, like I said, so he ends up pulling up on me the following day. So here's the trick though. Certain mechanics require you to have them send a deposit. So I think he charged me a $50 deposit. Which was fine. I think, was it 50? It might have been more actually. I can't recall. It was a diagnosis. So all they're pretty much doing is doing a diagnosis on the vehicle to see what's the issue with the car and then go from there. And like I said before, I needed the car back on the road, and yeah, I just needed the car back on the road as soon as possible. And out of all the mobile mechanics that I spoke to, he seemed, at least from how he portrayed himself, he seemed like the most consistent, the most reliable. So I said, I'm gonna fuck with him. So he came over, I cash apped him the bread, so we were good to go. Now, when I first met the dude, he's an older dude. I would say he's probably maybe late 40s, early 50s. He's an ex-Marine. Oh, he served, so salute to everybody. Fuck him, but salute to everybody that served for the United States, for our country. I appreciate you guys. So he checked my vehicle. He tells me what's the issue with the car, and he was recommending me to do certain things. So here's the finesse, right? Now I'm paying you to tell me what's the issue with the car, and I'm going to pay you for you to fix it. Now, granted, I never said I was a mechanic, but I know a thing or two about cars. Like a lot of stuff I could do myself, or I have my bro D help me out with the car on my pops if my pops was here with me. But you know, he's doing what he's doing. He's in a whole different state, right? So that's what you get paid to do. We're paying you for your service, and you provide the service, and bada boom, bada bang. So he's pretty much telling me the issue of the car, and he's like telling me what to do with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Give me a price. How soon can you work on it? Because I need my car back up and running. So he tells me his quote on how much it's going to cost for labor. The part, I'm not having them doing it because, again, they're going to upcharge you. So they're going to take the time to get the cheapest part so they could maximize their profit on how much they could make out of you. So normally when it comes to stuff like that, I'll get the parts myself and then I'll just pay for the labor, right? So that's what I did. So I think it was like a crankshaft. It was something mad small. So I think I paid him twice. So he basically got like almost 100. to like maybe $120 out of me off rip, just off of the deposit of a diagnosis. The diagnosis is him checking out my car. Now I think he did it like twice or whatnot, right? So it's gonna get way crazier. So we fixed whatever needed to be fixed, but there was still problems with the car. So remember I told y'all earlier, mechanics will do just enough to have you guys come back so you guys could pay them more so they could, you get what I'm saying? So there was the second time I had them come through, again, the same thing, deposit. Now here was the funny thing. The first time he came through, they have a computer, right, that they put into the car that tells you if you have a check engine light, stuff like that, just to give you a full diagnosis on the car. Now, I already did. Normally what I do, I go to AutoZone because it's free. Excuse me. And I'll have them check it for me. So they'll give me like a whole list and what could be the possible issue of the car. Come to find out, they don't tell you. I don't even know. Anywho, we gonna fast forward it because my shit keep cutting off because of my storage. So as I told y'all before, I'm paying this mechanic to do what I need to be done with my vehicle. Now, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So come to find out, right? Now, he's telling me one thing with the car, but it was a whole completely different. He's telling me one issue with the car when it was completely a whole different thing, and it was something as small as changing the hose type shit, right? Because as I was telling y'all before, there was smoke coming out the car, so I think the cover valve, it was something very small. I think it was the cover valve that needs to replace so it could close down the engine or some shit. Anywho, it was something small, nothing too crazy. But he knew that was the issue of the car. And he had the nerve to play it off like it was something else so he could make more money out of me. Now, granted, like I said before, now, I'm a cool person. You get what I'm saying? I'm cool. But one thing you're not going to do is insult my intelligence and play with me a certain way. All right? Now, I'm saying to myself now, I remember I had called him, right? Now, he's a mobile mechanic, so I'm not the only client that he's dealing with. He's dealing with multiple people. Now, the time that I needed him to come, we already had scheduled the day before that he was going to come the following day. This nigga did not even call to follow up. When I called him, he ain't answer me back. He ain't answer my text message back, right? And all of a sudden now, when it's time for him to pull up to the appointment on the time we had set for and scheduled for, he's a no-call, no-show. So I already knew his come-up was pretty much just getting money out of the deposit. So pretty much how it works with his ass, he's not going to do the car for you. He's not going to work on the car for you. His whole thing is he's going to make his money off of just surely deposit. He's going to tell you what's the issue with the car and have you figure it out. When the whole point of you being a mechanic is I'm paying you to fix the damn car. Now, luckily for me, the car, it wasn't that much of a serious issue. It was something very small, but it was just the simple fact that I lost bread out of paying this nigga when the nigga could have been honest with me the whole time. Now I get it. I understand times is hard out here. You know, people trying to do whatever they can to get a dollar, but you're not gonna fuck with me like that. So I had went back to Google because, like I said, I found the nigga through Google. And I'll come to find out, I'm not the only person he's done did this with. There's people that's giving him bad reviews. And funny enough, it's 2024. You could buy reviews. So who's to say his reviews is even accurate or even legit? But I did see a lady, shout out to her, she called him out on his bullshit. The same thing he did with me, she did with him. So come to find out, oh damn, come to find out, he scammed me. But luckily, you know, I always say this, man, people always get their day, and the only reason why I didn't violate, I might speak about that on another video, but there's only one reason why I didn't violate him and go crazy. But I will leave a bad review on his ass when that time comes very soon. So I'm just being very strategic on how I do things. But neither here or there. This is the time I got scammed. Now, for all my fellas women specifically too, because I did have another mechanic in the past that did work on my car. Most of his monies comes from women because they look at it from women not knowing cars. And this is where the whole tactic come into play. When you buy a vehicle from a dealership, you always bring a dude with you. It could be your father, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, because they're going to look at you like you don't know what you're talking about. No, they're going to look at y'all as an easy pawn, an easy lick, meaning that you don't know nothing about cars. So as long as I'm good enough and my words flow a certain way, I can get into your ear to buy you anything and you're going to do it. And I might just finesse you and profit way more than I initially anticipated when you first came in. So that's just a rule of advice for the women out there, for the ladies out there. And my fellas, y'all already know. So neither here or there, that's the time I got scammed by a mechanic. I ain't gonna go in on homie, but neither here or there. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. My fault with the cuts is just apparently as I continue to keep recording, my video keep cutting off because I got mad storage on this phone. So I will get another phone very, very soon. More so because I want better camera quality. I mean, this phone, it gets the job done. So I was going to make more investments as the channel continues to keep growing. So anywho, I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to check y'all. I'm about to do another video for y'all. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. D Soon is out. Y'all stay safe.